go live. Just
We're
film
live.
a little bit. You live now?
Yeah. I hit it already.
We are live. I'm here with the professional, the professionals. This is Brooklyn Live in Dallas, and I have a new camera person here, Jessica, and I have
Get my good angle. Hey guys, what's up? It's Rob the Hair Boss.
Rob the
live getting a cut.
Rob the Hair Boss. Please feel free. I hope it's good because we are at the Indie Beauty Expo. And that means this is the Arrojo booth, but there's all these booths around us. They got music on. People are going to be coming in. The show starts literally in an hour. We're going to be meeting buyers and press and PR people and lots of people. But we did not want to let anyone down on Facebook Live, so that's why we are cutting Rob the Boss's hair.
Yes, we are.
So what we're going to do with Rob the Boss is we are going to do graduation through the back, and we're going to keep her very fragile length through the front. Okay, so please feel free to ask questions. Let me just go through and let you know what's happening. My section here is just above the occipital bone, and now I'm going to start to take sections on a diagonal. As I work on a diagonal, I'm going to be over directing the hair back, and I'm working with the Arrojo Mizutani slim shear, and I'm going to try and speak as loud as possible so you can hear me, because the disco started. So let's get started. Nice. Look at the way in which we take the section. Keep everything really nice and clean. Her hair at present is lightly undercut, so actually that's a wrong statement. It has a slight overhang, so the hair gets longer above the baseline. So that's why I decided to go in with a scissor. I'm working. Now notice how you don't put your thumb into your scissor, because I need to tuck my hand over the shoulder, and that way I can get right in. So good morning everybody. I hope you're checking us out today here at Indie Beauty Expo live in Dallas.
Yes, we can hold the device more still. I'm so sorry.
Aha!
She's really
Jessica's in trouble.
I don't want you to get motion sickness. I'm going to be as still as I can.
My regular crew's back in New York, but I'm here, and we are making it happen for you guys as much as possible. So really notice it's just one blade that's working, and that's the thumb, and the thumb is moving so that you actually can get right in and come straight the way up. Typically speaking, in the salon, I would do this side to side, but right now, for this purpose, I am not doing it side to side, because I think it's easier for us to see the cut in a simpler way. Over directing the hair back into the previously cut section. The head is lightly tucked. So
Lisa says good morning, Nick.
Good
Salon 5:30.
Hey, good morning, Lisa. I hope you had a good time at the certification American Wave. Now what's happening, and I look forward to seeing you this weekend in Chicago, because this weekend in Chicago we're coming to do a show and a razor class. Now I'm going to run these sections down like so until I run out of hair, then I'll repeat on the opposite side.
Nick, will we be in Orlando in June?
We are definitely going to Orlando in June. We'll be at the main stage show premiere, and we are also taking our booth there, and we have classrooms and American Wave certification. So we're really looking forward to going to Orlando, because we missed it a year ago. Keep your sections super clean. Over direct the hair back, fine teeth of the comb. This is the Arrojo red scissor comb. Nice and taut, nice tight tension, and just get a really nice, beautiful clean line. And then we comb that hair down just to have a look and see how the graduation's sitting. Now there's always a possibility that I can work with a razor, but for now, because we wanted to put in some real structure into Robin's hair, that's why I literally decided to choose to use a scissor. Final section, I'm gonna hold this section down, fingers pointing down towards the chin, so you can see that. And then we always comb the hair with the wide tooth of the comb, so you can start to see the build-up of graduation.
Robin, that looks great.
Okay, now let's spin around this side. We're going to repeat exactly the same on this side. And you can hear the construction crew working as they're slowly putting this place back together again. So on this side, we're actually cutting down into the wider part of the knuckle. So make sure you get the perfect angle, over-directing the hair back into the previously cut section, and just follow it down, create a really nice clean line, split it into two.
Nick, we have a question.
Great.
What is your advice when teaching graduation like this for students that struggle with getting their fingers in tight enough from Derek?
Keep very skinny sections and focus on simplistically creating the same angle with your fingers. I always like to use the comb because you see the angle of the comb. So you can see the angle of the comb, and get them to follow just one line. Skinny sections, great combing. We're combing the hair out at 90 degrees away from the head. And we're nibbling, we're nibbling, good morning, we're nibbling this in. Not nippling it in, we're nibbling it in. And when you get right in here, don't try and cut too deep into the fatter part of your fingers. What you want to do is you want to get in to the skinnier part of your fingers. Take it right the way into the nape. So right now we're over directing this hair back into the previously cut section, and we're just going to follow that line all the way down and in. So you'll notice how I go 1, 2, and right here 3. Always working in the front part of the finger. And then you can comb this hair down. Now come and have a look at the back. I know the light's not the best, but you can kind of see this hair sitting and graduating in. A couple more sections and then we're going to move. And we're also, and this is a great tip, we're also make sure that you'll notice how I pre-sectioned out just above the occipital bone. And then I'm going to make my next section so that I'm working on panels and focusing on the panel, not necessarily focusing on the whole cut. Fine teeth of the comb, even section. There's just one blade moving, sit it all the way in. Comb the hair down with the wide teeth of the comb so you can see the shape. Even here you can make a mistake by taking this whole section and subdivide it, over direct the hair back, and then we go in nice and tight. This last section here we kind of hold down a little bit more, and then we're going to have a look at our graduation to see how it fits. And just right at the outline, I'm going to rest and just chip. So if you're just tuning in, we're here in Dallas. We're at the Indie Beauty Expo. The next time we'll be at the Indie Beauty Expo will be in August in New York City. It's going to be a great experience, a great event. And it's a great way to see all of these independent beauty brands, a lot of skincare, a lot of makeup, and a few hair care brands, and some barbering brands too. We were last on the road at the Indie Expo in January, and it was a lot of fun. We met a lot of great people, and we're continuing to meet a lot of very nice people and seeing what's going on and trying to get our pulse of what's happening in the independent beauty world.
Nick, are you using 5-inch shears?
Yeah, these are my 5.5 Slim, made by Mizutani. Beautiful scissors, slight offset handle. We just got them back in stock, made in Japan. If you're interested, you can get them online. Okay, so we finished the back. We finished the underneath panel. Now let's take another panel, and I'm going to go just below the crown. We comb this hair back, so keep it nice and clean. I'll stay on that side, Jess, so you don't need to move around.
Great. Hey, Joe. Joe Profita just joined.
Joe, are you not here? Joe, you've been with us for the last 2 times. Where are you? Oh, you're in New York. Oh, we're in Dallas.
Hey, Joe.
Okay. So now we're going to continue on that journey. Pulling the hair straight back, away from the head. And as the head starts to round away, just follow that line.
Daryl Barrett says, "What's up, everybody?"
Hey, Daryl. How are you, buddy? That was a fun video you sent me. Talking about the co-wash. I'm glad that your lady loves the Renew co-wash.
Jason Prince says, "Welcome to Dallas."
Well,
thanks, Jason.
Thanks, Jason. It's good to be in Dallas. We had a fun time. I'm flying back to New York tonight. I'll be in the salon tomorrow, Saturday, and then Sunday's Mother's Day, and then I fly to Chicago in the evening, and we have a razor cutting class in Chicago. My razoring class is going to teach the fundamental principles of razor cutting. If anyone's interested, we have a couple of spots left, and I'll be teaching that class at my friend's salon, an Arrojo ambassador, Alex, from the Trio Salon. And then Monday night we have a show in Chicago, Arrojo Expose, where we'll be bringing Corinne, Alex, and Blaine, and we'll be doing our show tickets are $25, available at arrojoexpo.com.
Nick, what are the dates for the August Beauty Expo in NY?
You know what? I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's around mid-August, but we'll post it on our website.
We'll post it, Derek.
As soon as we find out, check the calendar. I tend to think just, I can only think a little bit ahead, because my schedule is crazy. Are you getting any more comments on your wobbly hands, or are you doing better now?
No, I think
with the
I'm
camera?
good. Is everybody good with my camera work? Let me know.
Notice how I'm pulling this hair straight back, comb straight from the base of the section.
Hey, Kayla. Nick, can you give Kayla a shout out? She's watching.
Hey, Kayla, how you doing? Nice to see you. Word to the Kayla.
Nick, what are your thoughts on calligraphy cut versus a razor cut?
Well, you know, my thoughts are very simple. I prefer my razor. Everyone's gonna cut. I just walked the show, and there's a lot of similarities, different brand names, but similar things. Everyone's making their own piece of identity. For me, I've seen the calligraphy cut. I've not used it. I'm very happy with my razor. I like the balance of the razor, and it's something that I'm not prepared to necessarily change. But you know, they used to say in England, at Vidal Sassoon, if the tool was sharp, you could cut hair with anything. So as long as the blade's sharp, I think you can do a good cut.
That Indie Beauty Expo is August 22nd to the 24th.
Awesome.
End of August.
So we finish one side, now we're going the other. Now watch the way in which we comb. I leave my thumb on the comb, and then what happens is I drop the thumb off the comb to open out the section. On this side we cut up. So the difference between a scissor and a razor, with a scissor you actually have to cut up one side and down the other. With a razor you can approach both sides from the same angle. So I can cut down on both sides with a razor. Nice clean section, hold, we'll turn the comb, start from the top, overdancing the hair in and back. Look for your guide, it's right there. Just take all of that in. And then we're going to follow this through. Now don't over direct it too aggressively back. Stay balanced. Also have a look, I have this trailing finger that steadies my hand when I'm cutting, and it's kind of like a sensor and a steadier at the same time, so it keeps everything nice and steady. I hope you can see that. I'll just show you. See this finger? This finger sits and steadies so that when I'm here I know exactly that I can keep my hand really nice and clean.
Nice trick.
Nice trick. I got plenty of tricks. Okay, let's work through the final part of the back. So practice really great combing. You know, we're here. You know, this is the great thing about hairdressing. It's a craft. You can always put food on the table when you become a great hairdresser. You don't need nothing apart from sharp object and a comb. And I can make money because I can make people look good and I can make people feel good. That's the thing about hairdressing. It's a great craft.
Rob, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I have no idea what's going on back there, but I'm excited.
She's such a good sport. I can't wait to shave the top.
Oh my God.
So everything's being pulled in and back. Just dividing this final section up before we move into the top.
Nick, who cuts your hair? Maritza wants to know.
Maritza, I need a haircut, so can you bring your scissors? I've been so busy, it's like the shoemaker doesn't have any shoes. It's like the hairdresser doesn't have any, master hairdresser doesn't have a haircut. My hair is too long and too grey, but it is what it is.
We were actually thinking of having Nick be the Facebook Live model, and Jessica and I were going to cut his hair for it. What do you guys think?
Maybe next time. What does everyone think about that?
She's still
still
fantasizing about that, my Robin. So you just run that all the way through. We just comb that down with the wide teeth of the comb. This is a scissor comb.
David Bray, good morning, Nick. I wish I could be there. We wish you could be there too.
Hey, David.
Here too.
Oh, hey, David. Good to see you. Okay, so you can start to see the shape building up. So we sectioned off from just above the occipital bone. So we worked on the area of the hair that was coming out and away. Then we went to below the crown, which really is the rounding part of the head. It's the apex where the furthest part away is. And now what we're going to do is we're going to be working on the third panel, which is connecting from the crown to the top of the head. So we'll section that out.
Iggy Wood feels your pain. She's been waiting for months for a cut, and her coworker just had a cancellation. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. That's like they're giving us some light, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll comb that hair down. You'll see the section here. We're right on the top of the head, right here. And we're going to continue on. So we're repeating once, twice, and this is the third time to repeat. Split the hair down the center. And let's continue on. Notice I'm not going to pull this hair. It's going to get too heavy if I pull it back. So if I pull it back and down, it's going to get too heavy. So make sure now we can kind of lift the head just a little. Make sure now, following that through. Now get really nice. The fine teeth of the comb gives you even tension.
Robin, all those straggly ends are now gone.
Was that a comment someone said, or that's what you're saying?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I was like, wow.
Oh, we're having a great day at Arrojo Boot Camp today, week 3 editorial styling with Paul Merritt. That's happening today in New York.
Yeah, fantastic. And next week's going to be razor cutting. Boot camp is our 4-week intensive, which happens 3 times a year. And the good news for Arrojo is we literally just got our second school, just got approved. So now we have 2 schools in New York City, 1 in Soho and 1 in Tribeca. And our next class starts on June the 19th. Notice how I just moved my, watch this. That's correct. This is also correct. More comfortable. When you start to get up and over the top, drop the elbow down, and you create a little bit more comfort and ease in your haircut. Nice clean section.
Ian Graham says that you're twisting his melons every Thursday.
It's my good friend Ian. I'm glad you're here, Ian. We're in Dallas, Texas.
Congrats, Nick, from Brian Waldron.
Hey, Brian, I think we're going to meet soon, yeah, to talk about your school. I know I got an email in my inbox, so I've not forgotten. I'll be getting in touch with you. Yeah. Nice, clean sectioning. Notice how I run it through, dropping of the change of the finger position. And always just combing just to have a look and see the shape that we're creating. Final section.
Shavana says, congrats on the grand opening of the new school. And Maria says, cute shoes, Nick. We do like the shoes.
I like my shoes. These are my plain shoes. They got zips. I just zip them off. So they're starting to get a bit busy here on the trade booth.
Say hey. Some kind of lighting going on.
So when you cut with a scissor, you get a more clean line. When you cut with a scissor, it's more of a polished line, which can be nice. It puts in more structure. You can see the shape of the graduation sitting in. What we're going to do now is we're going to do this side, so maybe come around, Jess.
Thomas from Aveda loves seeing your demos after all these years.
Oh,
to
thanks.
This day.
Thanks, Thomas. Nice to hear from you. I hope you're doing great, buddy.
Is that Rob the Hair Boss under there? It sure is.
Sure is.
Rob the Hair Boss. Follow
Hi.
her on Instagram.
Whoever that is.
Joe. It's Joe.
Oh, hey, Joe.
So on this side, we're cutting down. Same thing, though. Keeping everything nice and clean. Follow it through. Practice your scissor cutting. In Arrojo, we always believe scissor comes before the razor. So we teach all of our hairdressers how to cut with a scissor before they're even allowed to venture into razor cutting. Once they become hairdressers, then when they start taking clients, then we start to expand on the work with a razor.
Joe says it looks awesome. It sure does.
Thanks, Joe. Every now and again, take a step, comb that hair down, have a look and see how the back of the haircut's looking. See what you can look. The hair will talk to you. You can see if you're getting too heavy a line. If you've got highlights in here, you might see some spottiness. So whenever you are cutting the hair a little shorter through the back, make sure that you don't go too low with your highlights. Here we're cutting Robin's hair, and it's not been colored for this cut. In fact, I think she might be getting even blonder when she goes home. That was my advice to her.
She should. Corinne misses us, and Luna says beautiful art. Congrats.
Oh, well, thank you. We're here at our booth. This is our screen wall. This is the Arrojo American Wave, and then we have our products here as we're showing them. Last night was open for consumers. It was like a bazaar for consumers. And it's a lot of fun. And we have bazaars coming up where we invite all of the independent entrepreneurs in New York. And we have them, and we're going to do it's called the Pop-Up Bazaar. And we'll be doing that in May in all of our salon locations. Let's follow that through. Nice and clean.
Will you be in Premiere Orlando from Joseph?
Yes, we will. We're going to be in Orlando Premiere. We're going to be doing the main stage. We're going to be doing classrooms, American Wave certification. And we're also going to be with our big trade booth there, and I'll be demoing with you guys all day. We have ambassadors coming in from out of town. So we have all the way from California. We have our dear friends from Architects coming in. And we have Trio coming in from Chicago, and a few more.
Rishi says thank you for your generosity.
Ah, thank you. Okay, so we're almost finished through the back of the cup. Now we wet Robin's hair, and we made it super wet because unfortunately we don't have a water spray here. We prepped the hair, we used a product called Cream Whip. That's the Arrojo product, Cream Whip. It's a brilliant product. It's a lightweight conditioner. It adds a little bit of slip, silkiness into the hair. And the good news is the hair's kept its moisture content, which makes it easier for us to cut. You want to keep it consistent.
Joseph says, come check out the Goonies. We will be teaching in one of the classrooms.
All right. I like the Goonies.
Nick will be there.
Okay, so now let's have a look and see. Hey, texturizing she is too.
We don't.
Oh, great. We really got it all today. Now let's just clean up the hairline. So just in here, I just push the hair down, push the skin down nice and tight, and just very gently just skim over the surface. I tend not to use trimmers on any females.
Nick, what type of independents do you invite to your pop-up events?
Oh, anybody. Yeah, if you're interested, get connected. It's mainly designers, makeup artists, fashion, jewelry, accessories. We just launched some jewelry, Apona Valley Arrojo hair jewelry. Check it out on our website. We met them at one of our pop-up stores, and we decided to collaborate. So anybody creative, clothing, underwear, you name it, we've seen it. What else? T-shirts, baseball caps, just cool, independent designers from New York. Okay, so looking through that, you can see what we've got here. You can see the softness, the movement. Cut with a scissor. And I want to see what the hair does. Robin's hair doesn't really wave so much, but it's not bone straight, and the color changes the texture a little. Now it's time for me to run through. So I'm going to run through to the front. I've got a low side parting. I'm going to run these sections through to the front, and I'm going to comb this hair back. I'm going to try and retain some length through the front.
Iggy would like some Arrojo underwear.
Well, it's not Arrojo underwear, but it's underwear. So there's the section. Run the section all the way through from the back. Get into position. And my fingers are angled in, so I'm angling in towards the face. So I'm not coming out, I'm rotating the finger and the knuckles pointing in, so you can see the knuckles moving in towards the face.
Let's come to this side.
Okay, nice clean section. Comb that hair. Don't comb that hair down, comb that hair out, back. And let's follow that right the way through. And notice how my knuckles, my hand is actually angling in, retaining length towards the front. Because Rob the boss says if I cut her hair off too short into a pixie, she's going to be upset. And I said, doo-doo. I said, is your name Doo-doo? I was at a bar last night and somebody came up and said to Robin, hi Doo-doo.
Ian says that he's seen your underwear.
Yeah, I know he has. But the Vidal Sassoon Salon, when we were assistants, I tell this to my students, we were never allowed to wear the same clothes to or from work, so we had to change. So all the assistants in the morning would literally get dressed in front of each other, and that's how we got to know each other really well.
Akron Beauty School is watching.
Hey, nice to see you.
Hey, Akron.
We love our students. So notice I'm coming this and elevating this up. And you'll notice my fingers, I'm going to come around, watch. Around and in. So you see the angle of all of that, and I'm going to come all the way in. Nice, good tension. You need to get great tension. So watch again, I'll show you. Up, out, in. So literally we're rotating and cutting this hair around and in. If I don't do the roundness, it gets too heavy. 2 more sections, then we're going to do the other side. Fine tooth the comb, make sure you're lifting. You see your guide clearly right underneath. Elevate up. So we've had a very busy start to the year, and we're really looking forward to this weekend in Chicago. I've got my razor class, trio salon, if anyone's interested, for a full day of education. It's $3.99. You can get the details and sign up on arrojopro.com. And then on Monday evening, that's the 15th, the class is on the 15th, and on the evening of the 15th, we're doing a show in Chicago, $25 for a ticket. All information is available on arrojopro.com. We'd love to see you there. We already have about 125 people committed, so let's see if we can get another 50 and make it a completely full house, and I think we will. So there you go, you can see what we've created. Always comb with the wide teeth of the comb. Let a little bit of oxygen get in. What I mean by that is, don't comb the hair too flat. Allow the hair to live a little. And the cream whip's working nicely. Let's give him just a little bit of slip. Let me come round and have a look at the front. Okay, let's move into this side. Now this side, because we've got more hair on this side, what we're going to do is we're going to part the hair in the same way to begin with. So now both sides are the same, because I've sectioned this section so that we've got perfect balance. Because the front part of her hair is a little on the weaker side. Yeah, these were bangs.
Very weak.
And they've been through a little bit of stress. So we just comb that out. Get it out of the way. I'll clip that just for good measure.
These bangs have been through a lot of stress, actually.
They've been through a lot of stress. So now let's follow through like we did on the opposite side. Nice clean section. Nice clean section. And if I can, I'm going to keep a little bit more length on this side. So there's a slight light asymmetry to it. Let's have a look and see. I kept a little bit more length right there. Come through here, let's have a look. Slightly shorter, slightly longer. I got to be careful because with the hair being a little on the weaker side, with a little bit of, fineness on the ends, I got to make sure it doesn't get too flimsy. Fine teeth of the comb. Nice and clean. Again, we want to notice how I'm not directing this. The angle is down, it's not as pushed in. That's going to enable me to just keep a little bit more length, and then I just rotate my fingers so the angle comes in. So I'm leaving this side a little longer to give it a slight offset feel.
Corinne's asking if there's a promo this week.
We do not have a promo this week, Corinne, but good question. And I know we'll have Corinne back behind the camera next week, and we have a special surprise for next week's filming. So you'll just have to wait till next week to see the surprise for next week's filming. Tell all your friends we're going to get a little upgrade. Let me upgrade you. So I can see there's a lot of people milling around right now.
Do y'all have scissors?
Everyone's coming in. It's going to be a big day here. Over 70 attendees, all sharing their inspiration and their products. Okay, so now we cut both sides. This side's just a little longer than this side because I wanted to keep a little bit of symmetry to it.
Sorry, Iggy, I'll stay stiller. Iggy's getting motion sickness.
Sorry, Iggy. Jessica, leave Iggy alone. Well, we don't have our equipment. We don't have our tripod that we usually have. So it's a little hard, and this is the first time Jessica's done it.
Yeah, it's my first time.
I think she's doing a good job. All right, so now we're going to work through the top. So I'm going to start to lift, elevate, and I'm just cleaning up what I've already cut. Clean sections, wide teeth of the comb for the section. Rotate the comb in the hand. Now we're going to elevate.
Oh, Ian says I'm much better than Corinne. Ouch.
Oh, Corinne's going to get... Ooh.
Ooh.
He's twisting Corinne's melons, man. So it doesn't look like a lot coming off there, but as I start to work in, start to see a little bit more. It's a lot of elevation. hear the big noise above us. We have planes flying over our head here. We're right by the Dallas Love Airport, and we're literally on the flight path. And we're next to Tesla's headquarters. So outside on the street, we've got the electric cars.
Jeremy Slinker says, hello, Nick.
Hello, Jeremy. How are you, buddy? Just having a little look and see what's happening here. It's important, just put your head down. So we're seeing what we're creating, seeing the movement, you see the color move through. Working over the top now. Not going to be a lot coming out. You can see why I've chosen to use the razor. Look at how weak this hair is. The scissor. You can see why I chose to use the scissor to put a little bit more strength and structure into the hair.
Says it's looking good.
Oh, excellent. Thumb on top of the comb. Nice clean section. Then we're going to rotate, comb this hair back. Elevate the hair straight up. Look for the guide. And we're just going to follow that guide through using the flats of the fingers. Always keep your feet moving when you cut hair. You've got to kind of move around the chair with your feet, and that gives you that 3D shape. Now rotate the fingers around. You'll see very little amounts coming out through the haircut. I don't think we're going to see too much hair come through here. We're kind of using a lot of over direction, but we are going to go through it and just skim. Again, just a little bit of light skimming. Twist, rotate the fingers, flat surface of the finger, clean up. So you'll notice every time I cut, my feet are in a different position because I'm moving with the shape. One of the things that I tend to find... See, that's how they go. Elevate the hair all the way up. All the way up, and this is not even going to get there. So now it's time, we've kind of got the general shape in. Now it's time for us to see what we need to do to refine it. And let's shake that hair a little. Let's loosen it up, let's shake that hair out a little. Slowly get the moisture.
Wow, you're getting a lot of hearts.
Out of the hair. Very important to see what you can create.
If her part was in the middle, how would you cut the top section?
I would probably cut it. I would cut it the same way, but I'd section it through here. My sections would come through. Elevate up, elevate up, elevate up, elevate up. So sections would go diagonal forward, diagonal forward, diagonal forward. Over direct all the hair back. Okay, so now I think it's time for me to kind of take a little bit of layering in through the side. So I'm going to come through to the shorter side, and what we're going to do, just going to skip that out, and we're just going to scoop and knock out while still keeping the corner. Comb the hair down and around. So skimming the hair in. Let's have a look. I think the light's a little better now. And you can see what we're creating. A little bit of softness. I think that's your shadow, Jess.
It's me.
Yeah.
Or the phone.
It's
there
the
we
phone.
go.
Right.
Who was the hairstylist that always shook the hair and said, "Shake it, baby," with cowboy hat?
It was a...
Jose Eber?
Jose Aber.
Jose Aber.
Yeah.
He said that.
Jose Aber. So you see I'm just over directing this hair forward. Just knocking a little out, comb that hair back and around.
Good morning from Northern Canada. Have a great day.
Hello, Northern Canada.
Hello.
So you can see what the shape is there. We can see how that's really starting to work very, very nicely. Cutting with a scissor doesn't mean it has to be hard cut. Cutting with a scissor, you know, it's precision. And if you use even tension and a little lightness of hand, you're going to get that softness, and that's really what we're trying to achieve, that softness. So you can see now as it sits in. As we come through here, I'm going to come back through this side just to have a look at this outline again. Make sure that it's not too long. But the shape's coming along perfectly. Soon it's going to be time to dry. So now it's time for me to just look for some. I'm looking now for some minor details. So I'm looking at the detail in my work. I can like the way that the hair's sitting in through the back. Now it's time for a little bit of personalization, I think. Let me just come back through here, comb this behind the ear. Let's see how it looks.
Maureen's a nail tech, but she loves this tutorial.
Oh, great. Thanks, Maureen. I'm going to do a little bit of point cutting. So I'm going to lift this hair out. So we got the clean line. And I'm just going to point cut. When you point cut, you want to kind of hit the hair. You want to hit the hair directly the way that the hair comes out. So if the hair comes out this way, you're going to go in this way. You're not going to come across. You're going to go straight in. We want to create a little bit of softness. You could use a softening shear, but it's always good to learn how to cut everything with a scissor. The Vidal Sassoon method was always, if you're going to cut it, no texturizing shears, no razor. You're going to cut everything with your scissor. And that really was the tight discipline of scissor cutting. And I think that's what's really helped me become a good hairdresser. Being forced into trying to create things that maybe other tools could help you do quicker and easier. But by learning how to do it just with a small shear has really helped me hone my skill and my craft.
Iggy's clapping.
Excellent.
Do you ever, someone just asked if you ever use texturizing shears.
Yeah, we love texturizing shears, and we sell texturizing shears on arrojopro.com, but we don't have them today. So with us not having any texturizing shears, I'm just going to use my little scissors. Okay, let's have a look and see what we need to do now, if there's any more stuff to do. Usually when I get to this point, I like to throw the hair over, start to see what happens when we push that haircut around.
Oh, it's cute that way.
So you can kind of see what you can create different kind of feel, different kind of look. I'm going to do something on this side that I feel I should do right now, because right now it's time for me to kind of finish the cut and style it. So what we'll do is I'm just going to come through and see if I can soften this out a little. So little details, but these little details are the details that make your work even better.
You sure you don't forget the buzzer?
No buzzer. She doesn't want to be buzzed. I'm going to rotate this. Keep the tension good. Keep the tension good. Rotate. This is called the spine of the comb. So when we twist and rotate, keep the tension good. And just point cut.
David says great demo.
Thank you. Notice how I'm liking to just push this hair around. I want to feel the texture. But we've got my dryer there. Hopefully it's going to reach. I'm going to grab it in a second and we're going to power dry. And we're going to power dry and then we're going to finish. We've already prepped the hair with Cream Whip. Cream Whip is our lightweight conditioner. It's a conditioning styler. So Cream Whip's a great product. It's put a little bit of structure into Robin's hair already.
Nick, how is the school going? The Cosmo school?
School's going great. Of course, the best time for school is September, and we have 2 schools now. And I'll be back teaching in my school in June for our June 19th class. I'm going to start teaching. So now what we're going to do, let's use our hands. Let's push this hair around. When you're blow drying, it's very important to actually look at your work. Not only is it going to help you to finish off your work, but it's also, you're kind of getting to know your cut. And your hands are a great tool. With that little bit of product in there, your hands are a great tool. Keep the dryer moving. Don't put it on too much in the same place. If it's too much in the same place, it's going to create too much forced root direction.
Joanne Joanne says you're amazing.
Oh, well, thanks, Joanne. My amazing spin. Pushing that hair around.
Robin, how do you feel?
Feel like $1 million, but I have no idea what I look like, so.
Good morning, we got the big boy here. Tell us about your product. You got a great man's product here.
Let me get ready for you.
Get ready.
He's getting ready. There he is. He's getting
Big
his
boy
badge
in the
on.
house.
Let me
see the
get
badge.
big boyed up.
Big boy.
If anyone's in America, where can we find Big Boy? We've got 1,000 people online right now.
Right. You can find us on www.forbigboys.com and on forever21.com and soon at Nick Arrojo.
Good one. Is that where's he from? That was not in English. Is he? Are you Australian?
Italian.
Italian.
Sicilian.
Oh, Sicilian.
Get it right.
Like my wife, Sicilian.
When are you coming to Vancouver again, Nick?
You know, I'd love to get to Vancouver. Hopefully I'll get to Vancouver this year. If not, I'll make it a priority. But my priority for Canada is Montreal. I really want to get to Montreal. That's my hope.
You look cute. You needed this.
I did. I wanted it too.
You wanted it to. I'm glad Robin was a sport. She decided that she'd let me cut her hair, put some structure in. Shaking it out. You can see the condition of the hair with the cream whip. You get that beautiful shine. Great finish. You know, it's so nice to cut hair with a scissor. You get a lot of structure into your shape when you cut hair with a scissor. And I know that we teach a lot of razor cutting, but scissor cutting's just as good. Neither one's better than the other. Different tools and different techniques to achieve different things.
Iggy wants you to go to Ottawa, and she'll meet you there.
Awesome.
Ottawa.
Ottawa. Is that Ottawa or Ottawa?
Ottawa. It's only 3 hours from her.
Only 3 hours from where?
From where she is. Right?
Oh, awesome. So getting close to the finish. Just a little bit more moisture just in the hair. "10 minutes before the show starts here. So we're looking forward to a very productive day. Last night was a lot of fun. We were here from early morning yesterday until 9:30. Well, last night we were meeting consumers, sharing with them our product. So we're finishing up the cut. You can see we wanted to create a little asymmetry, but not by making it overly extreme. And you know, use your hands and use your eyes to have a look.
Thanks, Arrojo Cosmo. They said I'm doing a good job and Robin looks great.
Awesome.
And Maritza says this cut looks so cute on her.
Thanks, Maritza.
So that's one side. Now let's have a look and see. Let's come and see the back. So we can see the graduation with the scissor. Let's just do a little bit more point cutting. I'm going to flip to my wide tooth comb. And let's just do a little bit of point cutting in the shape right here. It's just going to give us a little bit more softness throughout the entire shape, and then I think I'll finish with a little bit more product. Now again, if you're interested in a Arrojo product, we are a professional product brand. We not only have a Arrojo product, which is a 45 SKU line. That means we've got 45 different units of product, 45 different products. But also, we have American Wave, our new American Wave line for curl, wave, and texture. That's only a 6 SKU line, so there's a number of ways to play with Arrojo. You can get heavily committed or lightly committed. The nice thing is, tomorrow we have a brand new product being launched. So we're going to be launching a new product. It'll be available next week. But a new product. It's called, can you remember?
Spray wax.
It's our spray wax.
Rose gold can.
It's got a gold rose can.
Robin, everyone wants you to wear your hair on the other side.
Not this side or this side?
They like it over there, yeah.
All right.
That's the consensus.
That's the wild side, Robin.
Yeah, we're gonna wear it on the wild side today.
Little disheveled side.
Oh yeah.
So our spray wax is called Revamp.
Ooh.
And it's going to be available for all of our ambassadors on Monday. We're excited to get that product. I'm excited to see the finished product in hand. I've seen the pictures, but I'll see the product for the first time tonight when I get back, well, tomorrow morning when I get back to New York. And I think what we'll do right now is we'll finish Robin up with a little bit more hair product. What do you think, Jess? What should we go with?
Well, I think we should do some dry shampoo and maybe some glint.
I think a combo, yeah?
Yeah, I like the combo.
What will the dry shampoo do?
So the dry shampoo is going to give her a lot of texture. It's going to give root lift and kind of rough it up a little bit, whereas the glint will kind of give it the shine towards the ends.
So let's take the cape off now. Let's go with Arrojo, our hero product, Refinish.
Yes.
This is our dry shampoo texture spray. And what we're going to do is we're going to shake this. We like to say shake and pulse.
Shake and pulse.
Shake and pulse. So little bursts in the root.
Robin, Ian thinks you're smoking.
Thanks, Ian. I think I forgot to button my shirt back there. Too early.
I'll button it for you, Robin.
Button up the shirt.
Yeah, button it up for you. I don't think anyone can.
It's the little things in life.
Let's come through here. Piece this out, little shake. You'll see the hold. It's not a hairspray. It's a texture spray, so it gives the hair just a little bit of light hold. Kind of thickens the hair up. It's a clear starch. Has no white powder. If a lot of dry shampoos have the powder, has no powder, and it kind of stiffens the hair, but it gives the hair structure.
Maritza says you must trust him to not be able to see what's happening.
I do.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she loved it the last time I cut her hair. She told me about it last night.
Yeah. I wasn't ready for that cut. I looked like I worked at Sears. I wasn't ready for short hair.
All right, now let's finish. It's been a lot of fun. We'll finish with American Wave. This is our glint texture. It's called glint. It's our texture and shine spray. We just add a little bit of this. So the structure came in with the dry shampoo, with the refinish.
Oh yes, I like it tucked.
And now you'll see a little bit more separation.
Robin, this just upgraded you in so many ways.
I feel upgraded and I can't even see myself. My hair feels thicker.
Well, that's the dry shampoo. Definitely helping. So don't be scared. You learn how to play with the hair. Yeah, when you're playing with products.
Catch you in action.
Oh, yeah. Learn how to play with the hair. So you're having a look to see. Now, use these fingers, because these fingers have less control. So now when you're working, it kind of gets your work to feel a little bit looser and softer. So you don't have to be like always using your strongest component of your finger. Yeah, because really what you want to do is you want to create a little bit of softness in the hair.
Trinae says, oh my heavens, yes, Rob.
Now we did this without the mirror.
No mirror.
Which is it's a little harder without a mirror. All this confusion going on. but I think we managed to do a good job.
Cool.
And there she is, my little slight asymmetric, little tight, tucked behind there. Made her hair stronger, more structured. I think the line's good. She's kept the weight within the shape. Nice classic graduation, either side spin. So she's got that nice shortness in through here, and we managed to keep and put as much strength into the cut as possible.
Nick, your energy is infectious.
Oh, thanks.
How much would the cut cost in your salon?
Well, you know, you can get a haircut like this for $25 with one of our trainees, or you can go anywhere from $80 to $500 with me. So if you're interested, and we always have special offers. So I think that's pretty much it for us today here in Dallas at the Indie Expo Live. I want to thank Rob the Boss for being our great model. We'll take a picture of her in a second. We're going to take her over to the video wall. I'll take a picture. I want to thank Jessica. There you go. Jess did a good job. I want to thank all of you for spending some time with us again. We'll be back in Brooklyn next week for the real Brooklyn Live in Brooklyn. And we have a special surprise because we have a new idea that we're going to check out. So please, definitely, you know, tune in, check us out, and we look forward to seeing you then. I'm going to get back to my coffee and I'm going to get ready to meet people. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.